So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word of my mouth, and warn them from me.
Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them.
Coming to you from an undisclosed location in Middle Tennessee and examining current events from a biblical perspective, this is Bible News Radio with your hosts, Randall and Stacy Harp.
All right. Hey, everybody. I want to welcome you to today's special edition of Bible News Radio. In case you don't know, I am your sweet, lovable host of this show. Yeah, I am. And today we're going to be a little bit, I don't know. What the
informal?
Word is. Informal? I don't know. But anyway, hey, we want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming on in and celebrating our anniversary. You know, we're a show here that believes in traditional biblical marriage, and God has been so good, yeah, He has, to let me and Randall Pandle Bareface accomplish, survive 26 years of marriage, which is awesome, totally is. So what we thought we would do today is we thought that we would go ahead and show you some of our wedding photos from 26 years ago, and then you can laugh at the pictures. Yeah. And we're also going to play the song that Randall sang to me at our wedding. Yeah, we are. You're going to get to hear his voice from, I don't know, that recording was done after our wedding, but it's a song called Taken by Surprise.
I can't remember if it was before or after. It might have been before. I'll have to... Yeah, because
Hey, Carmen. Hi.
The piano...
And Diane and Bill.
Yeah, the piano...
Melanie. Hi.
Yeah, the piano sounded real. I think I recorded the piano at the church. The same piano I played during our wedding ceremony, but I think it was recorded before. Just so you know.
I love the song. The guy that did this I liked him. No, he's not going to sing it live. It will be a recording. And we're going to show you pictures. Yeah, you guys looking forward to seeing some of these pictures of our wedding from 26 years ago? Now, the interesting thing here about our wedding is that it was so low budget, first of all. I think we paid a whole $1,000, and that included my dress, just so you know, which was $300. So I think we paid like $700. That included the church, food. It was a budget wedding. But hey, that actually reminds me. Did you know that budget weddings? Do you know that people who generally spend less than $1,000 on their wedding actually stay married longer than those who do these big elaborate weddings? Did you know that?
That makes sense to me. Your microphone volume seems kind of low to me.
All right, well, I have it now turned up. It's all the way to the max.
All right, well, it sounds good.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So anyway, yeah, that's actually a very interesting statistic.
I'd never heard that nor thought of it before, but it makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, those who are looking to put on a big show, spend a lot of money, it seems like that's where their emphasis is. Where the others might be, it's the elaborateness of the ceremony is secondary.
Yes.
So, just a thought.
Well, we had a very interesting wedding. I mean, the wedding was great. We actually had people telling us that the wedding was better than their own. You remember that when we actually had some of the people afterwards say, "Oh my gosh, this was better than my own wedding."
Yeah, I remember, and It's not because
we're so great.
Yeah, I mean, we did have flowers and balloons and candles and all that. I think it was just because of the content.
We had the balloons that you would probably go to Pick and Save and get them in the like 500 packet for $10 and.
Yeah, Tim.
Blow them up. We had tortillas and salsa. Tortilla chips and salsa, and we had fruit. That was what we served. People were so mad at, well, not everybody, but a lot of people were mad at us because we didn't even have alcohol at our wedding.
Yeah, over on Facebook, Tammy is saying we had a home wedding. I've been married well over 40 years, so
Ah, well,
there you go.
congratulations to you.
That's awesome.
And Darren, hi. Thank you guys for coming on in. I'm going to go ahead and share this out over on my Facebook page too, just for a second. Obviously, it takes some time to do this. So, by the way, yesterday, I got to tell you guys that yesterday we had we did the show on the marketing of homosexuality to America. And that was a really well-watched show. I mean, we had almost 1,000 viewers on Periscope, which, was awesome. And then over a couple hundred, well, no, not quite a couple hundred, but quite a few on Facebook without me paying to boost it, which was, a good thing. Because on Facebook, generally, they'll show it to like 0.0001% of your audience. So tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow. And I don't know how many parts we're going to end up with, but it will be good. So you guys, and I'm going to be putting together a PDF download of a lot of the quotes and things I'm going to be taking from that book, just so you guys know, because you'll want it for a resource later. Because people will go, well, why? Well, how come you feel that way about blah blah whatever, and and then you'll go, well, here's why. I have the resources. You should listen to this really cool show. Hosted by this woman with big fluffy curly hair and her husband Bareface. It's not his real name. Anyway, let me welcome all you guys. Let's see. Darren is there over there on Facebook. You guys, thanks for coming in. I know that this is not your normal show. Melanie, Bill, Carmen, Diane, Jerry, and whoever else decides to come in. Yeah, it is. It's going to be definitely useful, Carmen. You will love it. You will love it, especially if you want to, understand. Joy, thank you for the congratulations too. Especially if you want to enjoy, if you want to understand the how it happened. How did it happen? Hi, Jerry Joe. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. There. All right. Okay. So where should we begin? In the beginning, or what do you think, Bareface?
Where should I begin to tell the story of the two of us?
Well, it was 6 years ago that we renewed our vows on our podcast. We actually did
our audio podcast.
Yeah, we actually renewed our wedding vows on our 20th wedding anniversary on our podcast.
Back in the pre-video days, dark ages. What a difference 6 years makes. I mean, we've been doing video live streaming for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Not like this. I mean, 3 years ago was the infancy with the iPad here in our studio, because that's all that was available to us.
Okay. But okay, so I have a question. How many of you, when you think about me, when you think of me, you don't have to, you can lie if you want. No, don't lie. Don't do that. Okay. How many of you think of us as a couple? Like, when you think of me, you think of Bareface. And when you think of Bareface, you think of me, right? I mean, there have been more compliments given to me personally when I'm with people or whatever, who have come to us and come to me and actually said, I love what you guys do together as a couple. It's super cool. Even though our show isn't like necessarily always focused on being a married couple, it is really super cool that people identify us as an actual couple. You can actually listen to that podcast, Melanie, of our 20th over on Blog Talk Radio. As far as I know, all of our archives for the last 7 years are on Blog Talks too. So yeah. So you guys think that. So when you think of us, when you think of me, you think of Randall. And when you think of Randall, you think of how, as Phil said today at Pickleball, that Randall was a saint because he's been married to me for so long.
Well, I'm a saint because my life is in Christ, but I'm blessed because I'm married to you.
Phil was just kidding. He likes to pick on me. He's like the proverbial big brother that you want to hit.
Maybe you could, my chin is partially occluded by my microphone. If you were to push yours up a little more toward
my microphone or my chin?
Your microphone toward your mouth.
Up here like this?
Yeah, it's better. I mean, it hides your beautiful chin, but I can hear you a lot better.
Fun fact, this chin has had plastic surgery. Right there. See that right there? You see that scar right there? When I was a kid, I fell off a bike. I bit the dust. Right there. True story. I flipped over the bars and landed right in the thing, and I had to have plastic surgery when I was a kid. On my chin, I did too. They did a good job. You'd never know if I didn't tell you. So, okay, okay, our dogs are barking. I don't know why. Okay.
Because they can. That's what dogs do.
Okay, so let's not torture these people any longer. Let's go ahead and show some of our wedding. Okay, so first of all, we met in 1990. Okay, so, and then we were married 2 years and 3 days to the day that we met. Okay, and we fell in love because of God. I played a song, Randall produced it, and the rest, as they say, is kind of history, although we do have a very interesting marriage story because the first 3 years of our marriage were hard. I mean, really hard. We got separated. We were actually separated for 8 months. Our parental units, my mom and dad and his mom and dad, were each married numerous times, and there's like a combination of 12 marriages between our original 4 parents. So,
not that they mixed it up between each other,
but you know, when people, because statistically, divorce, you know, when you get divorced, you get remarried, your likelihood of staying married is a lot less. So
probability of a second divorce is greater than the first. Yeah.
Right. So we didn't actually have. So we're just sharing this because we actually didn't have really good role models for marriage. That's what we're saying. And because of Jesus, we actually have had the opportunity to be mentored, and we went through a lot of marriage counseling, and learned communication, learned different styles of stuff, and it's really God's grace that we're married. And we've been married to the only person we've ever been married to for 26 years. It really is a testimony to what God has done. And, you know, by training, I'm a marriage and family therapist. So it's like, you know,
if you don't get it right,
I was like, do you know how many therapists have been divorced? Just saying, lots of therapists have been divorced. Marriage counselors, actually. So we really do believe in practicing, you know, practicing what we preach, if you will. But at the same time, I really want to give Jesus the glory, give him the glory for all that he has done, because anybody who's been married for any length of time knows that marriage is work. You know, it's 2 imperfect people who find each other and all of a sudden expect them to be perfect, right? Doesn't happen that way. So,
as I've heard it said that marriages aren't made in heaven; they come in kits, and you have to put them together.
Yeah.
Of course, the scriptures provide instruction for assembly.
And then when you add the extra layer of working together,
which has only been the past 7 years.
Yeah, but initially it was the working together was initially really, I mean, I had to get used to it because I had spent a lot of time just by myself, and then when Randall started working from home, it was like, oh, I remember, I think it was after a month, close 3 weeks to a month, I just had a big blow up at him, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can deal with you. But now, hey, I have to say. But
now we have 2 stories.
We do, actually. I actually work downstairs most of the time, and Randall works up in his office, and we pretty much avoid each other until we're on the show. We have to look at each other when we walk through the hall. No.
You again.
I'm kidding. As I said on my Instagram, I think for me the thing that makes that I've seen in our marriage is, especially over the last 5 or 6 years, really, has been an increased joy in Randall. I think that we both have, you know, despite some challenges that you have, obviously, I think that we have a joy that hopefully that comes through. But I think you're a happier person than you've ever been.
Well, thanks. And
Congratulations.
I think living longer, you just learn to take yourself and things less seriously.
Yeah. Okay, so Keto
And-
Bill is saying, I wish my wife and I could have a show together too, but for now we have different styles. And then I think I was a senior in high school back when you guys got married, LOL. 30. Thank you for making me feel old now. I appreciate that. Anyway, that's so funny. All right, so do you want to show the pictures or what
I
do you want?
can.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you want me to
maybe
play
that.
the song too? I can play the song
While the
why the thing is.
we could give that a shot.
All right, so this is 3.5 minutes of Randall singing. This is him singing from like a long time ago.
So keep in mind these are like photos of photos, and I tried to
Oh.
fit them to the screen the best I could in a short time. And
I should tell you that these photos are 26 years old. We had one photographer. She was not a professional photographer, and
but the price was right.
it was free. But what was funny was, okay, so here, this is me, and this is Randall, right? So she stood over here, and she took all of the pictures from that angle. So you see Randall's face in the back of my head in most of these pictures. There's, it wasn't digital back then where you could have, looked at it and go, oh yeah, there's an issue. But anyway, so I tried to get some of the better pictures, that actually showed my face in it with Randall's. Just
Yeah,
anyway.
back in the days of film, imagine that.
I know, it was funny. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna tell me when you want to start, and
So
then
the cameras, the DSLRs even actually, well, were they just SLRs? Do they even have an LCD screen to preview the shot? I don't think so.
no, I don't think
No.
so. No, because some of our wedding pictures are awful. But okay, so what should I do? Start playing the song, and then you do the thingy, or what?
Yeah, we could do it that way.
Okay. All
And
right.
and this is, folks, this is before I knew how to sing. Like I could write a song, but I couldn't sing it so well. I think my voice has gotten better.
He wrote this for me on my birthday, and then he altered the lyric on our wedding.
And I think this is the birthday version, not the wedding version.
Okay, well, we'll see.
All right.
All right.
So not all these are wedding photos, I noticed. Some are.
Well, it's up to you if you want to show the Christmas one with Boswell.
That's the first one in the stack. I just kind of selected. I downloaded them all that you sent me and just selected them. And I think they might be in like alphabetical order by Facebook file name, which is just some random
Okay.
digits.
All right. Well,
So
the one
it'd be
with
a
Boswell,
surprise to-
okay, you're going to laugh at these pictures, and we'll explain some of them later, though. Okay. All right, you ready?
Ready?
Okay, so should I hit play for the song?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I should turn the volume up. Hold on. Boswell,
Surprised it.
okay, you're going to laugh at these pictures. Wait, hold on a second. We'll explain some of them later, though. Okay. Oh, this is not muted. Right, there we go. Now, okay.
Well,
That was that. Okay, now I have to start over. Okay, you ready?
yeah, I don't know where the photos will be, but
That's all right. Okay, here we go.
Sometimes love doesn't come when you want it, or the way that you think it should be. Perhaps the way that you're looking makes it difficult to see. But then you came along when it seems that the Lord thought was best, and it's better than I dreamed. Taken by surprise, I didn't see it in your eyes, that God would have you share your heart with me. Taken by surprise, I'm still amazed as time goes by, that you're here beside me. Taken by surprise.
That picture is so funny. That's my mom. That's one of the only pictures I have of me and my mom.
you're off, just so you know.
Sometimes I'm afraid of happiness, thinking that it will
Okay,
probably
we've gone through the
end.
stack.
That's okay. We can keep going through it
Just
until the
loop
song's
it.
over.
Is there
Yeah.
really such thing as true love in a trustworthy friend? You've never let me down, and I know that you're trusting in Him. and it's safe to give my heart again. Taken by surprise, I'm starting to see it in your eyes, that God would have you share your heart with me. Taken by surprise, I'm still amazed as time goes by, that you are here beside me.